Yo, 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 it's Marky Mark Stella. Oh, hey, Age of Aquarius. Hey, Ninja. How you guys doing? Just getting set up here. Give me a sec. All right. Do that. Okay. All right. That's cool. Everything's ready to go. I'm doing good. Did some work. I cleaned my it was so windy today, it was ridiculous. And it wasn't raining, but it was so windy, like it was just I couldn't even do anything outside. So I decided to completely clean my bathroom and my tile and everything. I have tile in my bathroom and tile in on my stairs and all the way down here. So I swept, mopped, scrubbed, washed clothes, made my bathroom look new again. So yeah, that's what I did pretty much. I couldn't do nothing outside, so then I made dinner tonight. I had chicken paninis. It's pretty good. Finished hanging out with my nephews for a bit. So it was nice. Had a good had a good day overall. And my uncle is still in the hospital, but he's doing better. So that's another good thing. Come on. So all is good. Susie Homemaker. Yeah. Let me see. So yeah, he's doing better. He's starting to walk and feel better. So my auntie's a little more relieved, but she says that he's still not 100%. But at least he's eating hospital food now, and they grabbed him and put him upright, and he started to walk because he had an operation on his leg while he was there due to his fall. So he's going to be in there for about another month, I guess. I don't know. But main thing is he's alive and he's okay. That's good. All is good. Oh, my uncle fell at home. He was like going out. He was outside, and he has like he feeds his pigeons and stuff like that. And he my auntie doesn't know how it happened. She just came outside, and he was on the ground. So yeah, he fell, messed up his leg. They had to call the ambulance. Um, he's 86, so I don't, he didn't say like he's got like he's got like dementia and stuff like that. So he didn't even know where he was. People came to visit him yesterday, and he didn't even know half the people that were there. So It's fucked up. But at least he's all right though. But he fell outside on he fell outside on like this area where he was feeding his pigeons and he tripped over something. I don't know. I can't remember what it is, but all I knew is he fell, he messed up his leg, he couldn't get up. Um and he's a big guy. He's like almost he's 6.5 feet and he's like maybe 240. He's a big man for 86 years old. So but the neighbor was home and the neighbor helped my auntie because she couldn't pick him up. She's half his size, so um but yeah, he's all right. He's okay. That's the main thing. He's all right. I called my mom today to ask about him, see how he's doing. He never did me no wrong. I'm cool with him. Yeah, I remember you saying you're not the only one. My mom and dad fell too, a few times last year, and recently, like 2 weeks ago, my mom fell outside when she bent down and came back up. She got dizzy. She has vertigo. She's had that for a while. So when she came back up, she got dizzy and fell back on the grass. Thank God she didn't hit anything. She just fell in the grass and then got back up. My dad, he's his brain only works a little bit, so I try not to talk bad about him. But he makes stupid decisions, and I keep telling him like this is all self inflicted. Like you know better, then why do it? You're not 40 years old, bro. You're 80. So he had two grocery bags, and he was walking towards the front door, and we have like a little slab right there, like a concrete slab of tile that I did, and it's a little step, probably about 4 inches, and he went to lift the bags up, and he forgot to lift his feet up, and then bang, he fell forward, and he messed up his knee, and every now and then he has like a lot of pain on his knee, and he's already had an operation on one knee, and he fell on the knee that got operated on. So, and he says it was his fault. He shouldn't have had both bags in his hands and lifting up at the same time. And I was like, oh, there you go. So then don't do it. So you did it to yourself. Like, what the hell is your problem? Like, he honestly, I don't know, man. My dad's always been like very stubborn, very ignorant, and he everything that happens to him is self inflicted. Like he never learns. And I like go off on him sometimes. I try not to, but it's like he pisses me off. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, and then my mom's like, oh, he's getting older. I'm like, no, no, no. 20 years ago when he was 60, he was doing the same shit. And that's just the way he's always been. He hits the car here and there. He always hits the car somewhere. He hits the mirror. He hits this. He parks the car all fucked up in the garage. And he's been doing that shit forever. You know? Yeah, I remember Ninja. Yeah, you hurt yourself back then. But, I try not to be hard on my dad. But, sometimes it's like, don't you see what you're doing? Like, you've been doing this shit forever. I remember I was like 15 years old, and we like he had like a brand new car at the time, and he went to back up and hit one of those yellow pull things that is the guide to not go past it, right? You have to hit it in order to go to the wall. He ended up hitting that thing, and the car was brand new. And he's like, "Oh well," I'm like, "You've been driving cars for years. What the fuck is your problem?" And you know what he does? He goes like this. He looks back and he looks back and he's like, he's looking back. And I say, use your mirrors. Don't you look in the mirror and you shave like this? So why can't you look in the damn mirror and see the car? And see the shit in the mirrors? When you had a driver's license, didn't they tell you look in the mirrors? Oh, I don't like to do that. I want to look back. I'm like, why you think I don't hit nothing? You know? So I'm like, come on, dad, man. For crying out loud, like Hi, Shirley. I don't know what you're on time for. What did you Do we have a meeting? Are you still on time? I don't know. I just got here 10 minutes ago. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Age of Aquarius. Yeah, there. I mean, I have patience with them, but sometimes like it's too much. It's like how much more like are you gonna realize before you're doing the wrong thing constantly for years and years and years and you never learn. How could you not learn? How could you not know? And that's what I tell my dad. I said, if it's not the TV control, the cable, the satellite, it's the car. Then if it's not that, you fall. And it's like you constantly like you ruin your own self. Like you got to do something. Like pay attention. Like what's wrong with you? You know. So I don't know. I don't know what more to tell my dad. He's a pain in the ass. And then yesterday, we went to brunch, he wanted to go, and we told him, "Look, just wait." He don't want to listen, so he went back to the car, and but like he got to the car first. So he was in his car. He was going to his car. So instead of pressing unlock, he pressed emergency like button, like panic button on the car. So when he pressed the panic button, right, the alarm button, the car goes beep beep beep, and then like all flashing lights and shit. Like, so I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, hey, leave me alone. And I'm like, leave you alone. You gotta unpress that shit. Like, what are you doing? Like everybody's looking at you like, what the hell is this idiot doing? Like you've had the car for almost like 9 months now. How could you not know what to press and what not to press? Come on, man. Like, what are you doing? And then my sister says, well, if he was patient, we would have went to the car and that wouldn't have happened. And I was like, exactly. You see, he makes bad decisions and then bad things happen. And he's never patient. He's like so freaking stubborn. Like you're getting a chance to get out of the house and have a free brunch from your children and for your wife's birthday. And you want to like rush everybody and get the hell home. Like, what are you gonna do home? Sit on the couch and do fucking nothing and watch TV? Like there's all this food here that we're paying for. Like, go eat and shut up. And then we'll go when we go. Man, he's like, I told my sister, I told you were making a mistake by getting him to come with us. Cause he's like a super pain in the ass. He's not. I'm nothing like him, and he ain't nothing like fucking me. That's for sure. I don't know who the hell he is. Sometimes like, I'm like, this guy's getting worse and worse. But I don't know. He oh man, I don't know, man. Listen, I love my parents. I love my dad and mom, but they are the biggest pain in the asses of my life. Trust me. They are like, I'm looking at them like, who are you people now? You know? They just giving up on themselves. They don't care. Like they're just like blah, my life is ruined. I'm gonna die, rah rah rah. I'm like, go do something with yourself. Like walk around the neighborhood and go enjoy life. Like, what is your problem? Like you work so hard all your life, go enjoy it. Staying home all day ain't doing nothing. But I don't know. Yeah, they are stuck on repeat. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what more to say. I give up. I honestly, I have like, I've almost pretty much like, I make sure they're okay. I want to make sure they're okay. I want that nothing bad to happen to them. I pray for them every day. But there's only so much I can do. There's only so much I can do. I can't be there for them 24/7 all day, every day. I'll drive myself crazy. And that's why all of us left the house as fast as we could because they drive us crazy. They're like, I don't know. Anyway, the joy of having crazy parents and just like them not wanting to learn, them not wanting to change. Like the whole world is updated, so you need to update too. Like Go with the times. Like there's so many people your age that are on Facebook or on talking to people, and they have better phones. They have, more technology. They have a computer. They have the internet. You don't have nothing. Like you just live in the still, like blah to you guys because you're not experiencing what life is giving you. And they just, I don't know. A lot of people my age say the same thing about their parents. Like they're like, Mark, just like leave them, just let them be. You're not gonna change them. And I'm like, I don't want to change them. I just want them to like change themselves. I'm trying to like to encourage them and I would love for them to do different things like and be happy, but they're just like want to be miserable and stay the fuck home all day. Like that's not a life. That's bullshit. You want to live miserable and live like you want to die miserable and die like blah. I don't get. I'm not like that. I don't want to be that way. And my mom always says, "Oh hey Val, how you doing?" My mom always says, "Oh, wait till you go 80 years old, or wait till you're older, you'll see." And I'm like, if I reach that age, I'm gonna live life more to the fullest. I'm gonna try and be the best version of myself at 80. What the hell are you talking about? You guys, don't you see me every day? Don't you see me? Like I'm always doing something different. I'm always, willing to better my life. Like, what is wrong with you people? I don't know what type of breed you are, but I don't know. I always tell my parents, I don't know how the fuck you made me. You must have made me during a fucking eclipse or something, or on a full moon. Wow, what the hell happened here? I'm doing good, Val. Just talking about my parents and how aggravating they are, and they don't want to change. They want to be old school and set in their ways. Yes, me and my youngest sister, we try to give them the latest of everything. We try to make them happy. Like they don't want nothing new unless it breaks completely and it doesn't work, and they want to fix shit and like things like that. I upgraded their TV, had a line through it, and they were like, "Oh, I don't care, we'll watch it anyway. We're not buying a new TV." So I bought them a new TV, a bigger TV, a better TV. So when they got the TV, they started complaining that it was too bright. And I'm like, it's because it's new and it's got settings on it. You can change the contrast and change the brightness. But you guys don't know how to do that because you don't want to explore. Anything with multi buttons is a crime. You can't use multi buttons and you don't even want to try, do you? How the fuck do you think I went to college to learn how to work a TV? So they're looking at me like, why are you always trying to make us seem like we're dumb? And I'm like, look, let me show you. But I can show them and they will never learn. They don't even care. I can tell them press the red button, no press the orange button. Why though you said orange, no red? Like I can't win with them. So I just shake my head and just walk off sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I can't deal with this. It's not happening today. Not today. You're not gonna irritate me today. I've had such a great day and now you're ruined it. So like they are like, I don't know. They're definitely not me. The apple fell off the tree and rolled down a fucking hill and never came back. That apple stayed far away from them. They're that tree that just stayed there, and I be all rolled off and went our way. And all my siblings are different. Like they're not. We're not. My my brother, he's the oldest, and he's more like my parents, stuck in his old ways, and he's like 50. He goes 55 this year. He's stuck in his old ways. He's always like crying and not crying, but like bitching and moaning and complaining about life. And I'm like, shut up. I can't hang around people that are like negative and complaining all the time. I can't handle that, man. That pisses me off. I just can't take that. That's not the life I want to listen. I don't want to listen to that because you have to always focus on the positive things that you have and the positive things that you've accomplished. Don't dwell on those little negative things or bad things that happen to you. If you do, then you're gonna stay stuck in that cycle of shit. Like wake up. You know, be a better person. Do something good for yourself. Think about all the good things you've accomplished. And some people will be like, well, I just want to win the lottery and win $1 million and I'll be happy. No, you won't. You won't be happy with $1 million because you're still going to be stuck in your dumb ass ways. You're only going to be happy because when you go to your bank account, you see all that money. You're like, yeah, but you're not going to do nothing else. You're not going to travel the world. You're not going to do all these cool shit. You're going to buy a new car or something like that or whatever you're going to get, and that's it. At that age, you ain't going to do shit. You don't do nothing now. It's not about like being a millionaire or anything like that. Health is wealth. That's why I tell people all the time, if I'm not in the hospital, I'm the happiest person alive because I've been to the hospital a few times and I don't want to go there ever again. I beg God, please don't put me in that place. When COVID came out, I was like, please God, don't put me there. Please don't give me this shit. Please don't make me go to the hospital. I'll just do anything else to me. Just don't put me there, please. You can give me bad luck, do whatever you want, but please don't give me nothing. Just I just want to be, you know, don't give me no hospital shit, please. I don't want no operations. I don't want to go to no hospital. I don't even want to visit nobody there, please. And God, has been good to me. You know, yeah, money can't buy your health. People think they can, but the richest people have died. Every rich person is gonna die no matter what. You can't be saved. Money will never save you. If that's the case, people would try to be rich every day to get so they can live longer. It ain't happening. And doctors are not God either. Doctors can tell you, oh, you have so much time to live. How many stories have you heard? They've told somebody, oh, you got cancer, you ain't gonna live 6 months. And then the person ends up living like 6 more years or some shit like that. Man, go away. Yeah, exactly. You can't put it in your casket. You can't. Denzel Washington said something a long time ago on a podcast. He said, "But I'm a millionaire. I've accomplished a lot of things, and when I die, there's not going to be a U-Haul truck behind me with all my belongings to go to my grave or to go wherever I'm going. You know, that's it. I won't be able to spend any of that money anymore. Enjoy my house, nothing. It's all gone. There's not going to be a U-Haul behind me." And when I heard that, I was like, look, that's a millionaire telling you right now, one of the most richest men in the world, most popular men, and he's telling you straight up, I ain't taking that shit with me, so I ain't worried about it. I'm just gonna enjoy my life. So I try and tell people that all the time, but nobody listens. That's why I stress a lot that money's never gonna change me, no matter how much I have or I don't have, or even if I won money or I received a lot of money, I could care less. You know, I'm still gonna die with nothing. I can't spend it in the spirit world. I've never seen one spirit in mediumship go like this and go, "Yeah, I got money. Look at that, Mark. See, you need your money. You got to bring it in the spirit world with you." Now, one spirit has ever told me I need money when I die. Never ever have I seen a spirit with money. It don't work that way. You know what spirits show me a lot? Their homes. They show me where they used to live. They never tell me they were rich. They may look good. I might have like a judgment of them. They probably well off or whatever from what I see them like. But none of them never show me no money like and tell me, oh, I'm a millionaire. That's the key. And because I know that and I see that, that makes me happier to know that I don't need it when I go. To leave it all here. Val, I see you donated. Thank you, sweetheart. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Give me a second here. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. No idea. Okay. All right. I sorted that out. Yeah, sure. Who remember you for your money, but they remember how they treated people. Exactly. That's another saying. Yeah, you're right, Aquarius. Yep. You're absolutely right. Because I never hear spirits say that to me, or I never hear anybody say, hey, they were so rich or whatever. They just say, hey, that was a good person, man, or they did this for a living, or they were that, or they were that. It's like when a sports person dies, they always say how they played or how many things they won. They never talked about their money because people realize there's nothing to talk about. Let me tell you something. Money's nice to have. Money's nice to waste. Money's nice to make and to have. But we all need money, obviously. Yes, we all need it. We don't need it, but yes, it'll be nice to have a good bit of it and to be stable and to be happy and have enough money to do what you have to do. And I always said to myself, as long as I got enough, I'm happy. And when you don't have a lot, you learn how to live life properly. When you have too much, you're spoiled. You get too many things. You do too much. You waste too much money, and you live amongst your means, and you have no morals and values, and you let money ruin your life. So the less you have, the less you gotta worry about. The more you have, the more people are gonna knock on your damn door. So I would love to be rich, yes, but I'm not giving you shit, especially if you come knocking on my door. I'm gonna take care of my parents first, and then after that, I'm taking care of myself and the people who mean most to me. If you're some random person that knows I got money, you want to borrow? No, sorry, no. All right, Val, you want a general reading, whatever's coming in. All right. You know, Val, there's a woman in spirit that contacted me just now for you. I'll tell you who I see. Um, it's an elderly lady, and she's got short curly hair. Not short, but like it's not long, but it's like thick and wavy curly hair, and it's grayish white. Little bit of like mixed. And she has a little bit of like lipstick, and she's got like these dangly earrings. Like she seems like she dressed well even when she was older. Um, could be mom, grandma. Looks like a grandma type of lady. Um, looks like she was funny, happy, and she liked to dress well. Maybe she dressed like that to church or whatever, bingo night, something like that. And she's laughing at me. Absolutely. Yeah, if she dressed like that or looked like that, then I would say it probably be her. Yeah, yeah, she seems funny because I get like a nice energy on her. Like when I said that, when I explained, like when I described her, she started laughing. I'm like, I want to see what she wants or what she says. Hmm. I don't know if you know, like, well, she's telling me that you guys, if you guys, I don't know if she's telling me you guys hung out or she hung out with like everybody hung out at her house or something like that, or had parties at her house, or maybe she went to like, or she was the life of the damn party. I'm trying to figure out what she's telling me because I'm getting like a little bit of information from her, but like I'm trying to analyze it. Like it's going in and out. She says, I miss my whole family. That's what she said. I miss my whole family, is what she's saying. Like the times where they all used to be together, like togetherness, type of vibe. She says, I miss everybody together. And she says, I make my rounds. So it looks like, she still hangs out around family members and people, something like that. If she continues to talk to me, I'll tell you. But and I'm gonna just read you the cards here. Um, okay, cool. Then that's definitely her. Then, because she's saying everybody, she misses being with everybody when they were together. She misses being together with everyone. Like I see her like either making something or crafting something. I don't know if she made like those doodles or cooked or like baking or something like that. I see her fidgeting with something. I see her like making things and like organizing something. And I can't see it, but she's like I can see her fidgeting with things and making something. I don't know if it's like those. I don't know if it's knitting or baking or something. I can't see too much, but I can see her like making something. It could be both. Oh, that's what it is. Always sewed and cooked. Always sewed and cooked homemade noodles. That's what it is then. Because I can see her making something. I can't really see it too clearly, but like I can see her like doing stuff, like moving like this. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's that's really nice. I like that. Like I can see her making things with her hands, like doing stuff with her hands. Yeah. Always busy, yeah. Yeah, I can see her like fidgety, like like constantly moving, like making things and doing things and using her hands. Her hands are gold, you know? Whatever she was doing with those hands, they were making shit, doing stuff. That's what I get with her. She's because I see like from here up, I see her and she's like this, like that, and I'm like, okay, she's trying to tell me what she used to do, and I can like kind of see it's on the table. She's doing something on the table, and she's like doing things with her hands, but I can't see what she's doing though. I can guess, but I can't really see exactly what she's doing. Yeah, like is this your mom's mom? Because she says like there's a woman that was helping her all the time, so it could be her daughter, which is your mom or something like that, or she had a daughter. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense because she says my daughter would help, or she would teach her daughter. So that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's around. She came through. It's a cool lady, fun, nice lady. Definitely. She has good energy, active. She's showing me all these things. Like she shows me at in front of a table. She's like got a table in front of her. She's fidgeting, making things, doing things. Active lady, smiling, laughing. I feel like she had a distinctive laugh, or she just loved to have fun. Good energy person, good lady. I don't get nothing bad from her at all. Nothing. I feel good when I speak to her. She's nice. So that's cool. But yeah, she came through as I was talking to you, as I was doing so. She came through. So she's around you, which is good. That's nice. Hi, Sophia. You be nice to Granny, okay? So in general, what I see coming up, Val, is you dealing with a businessman or a person, someone who's considerate, a king of cups. Somebody who's responsible, creative. Could be like a professional person you're going to deal with, like a man. He could have dark hair, like brown hair or black hair. You could be dealing with this person in the next couple weeks, or you could be dealing with him now and further. The guy's a good person. He's gonna, like, if you need him for anything, he's very generous and considerate. Could be a lawyer, businessman, some type of professional business guy, whatever. Um, he's gonna be significant in the next couple days or weeks. Um, I'm also getting like you have new interests in things. You're trying to overcome all the crap that's happened over the past year. You're probably glad to be in this year and leave last year behind. So I see that you're looking for new things, or you want to make sure that nothing happens this year that happened last year. Like you're trying to move on from all those things. There also could be like a woman that you've known for a while, and you're friends, but you might have to cut her off because of certain things. Like she might be someone who you feel like it's not safe to be around, or just a person who is not really valuing your friendship and you don't want to deal with her any further. And if it isn't that, then it could be like possible, like preparing for like winter storms, or like if you have bad weather or something like that, you're worried if something's going to happen, or if some woman that might need a special attention, like a friend or a family member, might be like, caught up in some bad things, and you might have to like help them, or you feel like you have to, or you want to. Could be something like that, some type of safety issue. Or you might just want to do something to make your safety better where you live or where you are. So that could be, it's numerous things when I get this type of energy here in the cards. Could mean number of things. Could be you just wanting to feel more safe, so you want to do something to feel safer at home, like get an alarm or a camera or something like that. And if it isn't any of that, it's just you wanting to be more safe this year than you were last year. And just you overcoming all the odds, like making sure that everything is better. Um, but I feel like a young man is going to be around, helping you helping him, inviting you to do things, or telling you about opportunities, or sharing your opportunities with this person. I feel like they're younger than you, or stuff like that. You're doing a lot of things to your house. Oh, okay. So if there is a man doing this stuff at the house, you can definitely depend on them because they know what they're doing. If it's two men, one's older, one's younger, then I would say they're good men because I got them here upright. So you could be dealing with things to your house to make you feel safer and make you feel better. So if there's two gentlemen, could be more than that, but if it's two gentlemen in particular, like the owner and like the foreman or something, these two gentlemen are going to do a great job, and they're reliable and they're good men, and they'll give you what you want at the house and make the house better. So I feel like you want to make the house better, or you want to make your living arrangements better so you feel safer. So you feel like, if anything happens, I got this going, I got that going, preparing for storms or whatever like that, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe that's why I got you here, like kind of reversed here, because maybe that's your concern over like your safety because of these guys. So, but I got both of these guys upright. So that means these guys are good businessmen and good men, good people. They do good business. I think that you might have had some issues with companies or businesses before, or people before. So now you're actually going to get somebody decent. So if that's the case, that's probably why the cards came out the way it did. Because you might have had past people do shitty jobs at your house, and now you have good people. Like, so you're like, I wonder why. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Even if I get highly recommended to somebody, they're still gonna test me. They're still gonna make sure that I do the job right for them. Because all because someone says, "Oh, Mark did a great job at my house," doesn't mean I'm gonna do it at yours, right? So like it fluctuates, where you can come across as a bad person to me, and I'm not gonna want to work for you. And you're gonna be like, "I don't know how you say that guy's so great. He's an asshole or something like that." And the person you're sitting there, talking about it, he was good for me and I'll go for you. But I got both these men upright. They're good businessmen. Seems like they're gonna give you a good job. I just think that you might be like not trusting them. But I feel like you can for now. Um, Obviously, anything can change, but let's stay positive on that, because I feel like I got a businessman here, the King of Cups, and he seems considerate and generous, and he seems like he'll give you a good job. I think it's more like you worrying about spending the money to get things done and make sure you get it done right, like we all are. You know. But overall, I think that in general, I think that's good. I just feel like maybe you're probably wondering or worrying, and when thinking that it's not going to go right. That's one thing I've never done, Val. Um, I've gained so many women's respect when I do a job for a woman. I did a job for a widow, and her daughter and her son-in-law came to the meeting, and I did this job like maybe 6 years ago, and I knew the people, like I knew of them and whatever, not, and I knew her husband that passed away. So I went there and I said, "Look, I'll give you." She says, "Oh, I'm on a budget. I can't go over $15,000. So if it's more than that, then I'm not gonna want you to work here." And I'm like, "Well, the only way the price is gonna go up is if you add stuff. But if it's a basic electrical, then it's gonna cost you about around that. But if you start adding more shit, then it's gonna cost you more. So just remember, your budget depends on you." And they were like, "Okay, we can't pull no wool over this guy's eyes either, because you're not gonna fool me with your little budgets. I don't give a shit about your budget. We have to do things to code, especially electrical. I have to make sure that everything's in the right place. I don't care if you don't want it in your house. By code, we have to install those things. So if you don't want no fire alarms, too bad. By code, we have to put it there." So then she says, "Well, let's see, let's give me a price." So it was me and two other electricians that priced our job, and I came $5,000 less than everybody else, and I got the job. And when I finished her job, she said to me, "You were the best person that was at this job. Everybody else was a disaster, but except for you." And I was like, "Welcome to my world. This is what I've dealt with for 15 years. I'm always the one that finishes the job and does the job right, and everybody else fucks everything up. The plumber messes shit up, the contractor messes shit up. People don't know how to read plans. They take the job, they give you the budget price, and then try to screw you in the end with more money." And then she told my auntie and uncle. I didn't know she knew them. So she told my aunt and uncle that I was the best electrician, and I did a great job. And then my auntie and uncle that's never given me the time of day or gave me any work, right? Started to call me and wanted to give me work. And I was like, no, I'm too busy. Sorry. I was like, you needed someone else to tell you that I was good. I'm your nephew. Like, so I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to do any work for you. So yeah. So I know what that's like. Yeah, I don't really have business. I had business cards, but I don't really hand them out. People just know me. I have experience. I've been doing it for 25 years and I've been on my own for 16. So everybody knows me. So if they need me, they come see me. Just like on here, everybody knows. A lot of people know who I am. People recommend me, or people say, "Hey, go see Mark. He'll help you out." That's how it works. I don't go on here and like, "Please, everybody, come to me," or I'll message you, "Hey, I can hear a spirit talking about you. Come see me for a reading." Hey, some people do that, but not me. I can't do that shit. I don't have the balls to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said last night on the podcast, your reputation is built in years and lost in minutes. And a young man told me that saying not too long ago. He said, my dad told me a reputation is built in years and lost in minutes. And I'm like, you're damn right it is. Your dad's right. And I'm going to use that saying and remember that because I built my reputation in years and years, and I'm not about to lose it because of somebody else. And you know what? You're never going to lose your reputation just because of one person that, didn't like you or something that went wrong, because it's one versus 100, 1,000. So that's what happens, everywhere you go. There's always going to be that one person that isn't going to like you or doesn't want you to succeed or will make it difficult for you or try to at least. But that the minority is never going to, overpower the majority. And that's what I keep telling myself: the minority will never win. The majority does, especially when it comes to things like that. So, and I'm the type of person, I really don't care what anybody says. I'm just going to do what's best for me and my client, and whoever, loves me, I love them. We're good to go. But yeah. Thanks, Val. I appreciate that. And I've got a lot of compliments lately, and I appreciate everybody's trust in me over the years, and I really appreciate it. A lot of people like putting me out there and talking about me and stuff like that. That means a lot. And I don't know if you know, but last night I did a podcast on Star Lotus's channel. She invited me over to her first podcast, and we talked for like a long time and talked about oh, you watched it? Okay, cool. So like, all I did was read. I've known her for 6 years, but read for her, in my chat room like this one day, like I just did for you, with Spirit. And and that's why, like, she was like, you know what, I gotta let people know about Mark. So, I appreciate her and I appreciate what she did for me, and what she, how she puts me out there and talks about me and stuff like everybody else does too. I just want to help everybody and just be humble about it. I'm not here to collect no medals or trophies and shit. It's not even me, it's Spirit. I can't take the credit. I do take some credit because I have to read it and analyze it, but at the end of the day, if it wasn't for them, I'm nothing. So Yeah, me too. We all known each other from way back, in other rooms and other places. So um, it's always nice to have like my friends that I've known for a long time shout me out or collab and have fun with and talk to. And I had a lot of fun last night. It was perfect. Everything went smooth, no glitches, no lagging, no like nothing. It was just like perfect. Everything just went right. In the beginning, it was a little hiccup with the email thing, but that's about it. It just after that, it was smooth sailing, and I look forward to doing it again. So I definitely want to have nights like that where I have a podcast too, and I'm gonna set up like my own little area and have fun, talk to people and things like that. Can't wait for that. Yeah, it was. We had a lot of good feedback on it. Everybody was happy. Everybody had a good time. And, me, I'm always making people laugh and talking shit and having fun. But I'm also serious at the same time. It was a lot of good conversation. Everything it just flowed. It was never boring. It was never like a dull moment. It was just constant talk about all sorts of psychic stuff and reality and life. I think people like really will listen to that. Whoever listened to that whole thing, I'm sure they feel better about themselves or they feel better knowing that at least there's some people who care, or some people who like actually want to make things happen right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not too many like people that really give a shit about you and really care about like your well-being when we read you or we talk to you and stuff. So it was nice. I'm really happy all that happened. It was meant to be. I've been meaning to do that for the longest time. And poof, there it was. It happened when it was supposed to happen. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more. A lot more times we'll be doing that and having fun and just shooting the shit and just talking about life. There's a lot more to talk about. I'm on here almost every night talking for hours about stuff and about, life and things like that. Socializing is good. Gotta socialize, gotta keep up with things and talk to people and have fun. Trying to see if I still see your grandma here, but I don't see her anymore. Um, I just see her in the same place. There's like a lady next to her with like brown, longer hair, straight hair, like next to her, helping her. Like I know she has the bangs like that, man. You know, I see like a lady with brown hair, brownish hair, the lady's a little bit taller than her, just not too much, but just a little bit taller, helping her out. Yeah, like they look well. I don't know how to say it, but they look well dressed and well groomed and well, like just look like they look really good. Like they look good for their age, and they look happy, and they look bright, and they look like I can see that they take care of themselves. You know what I mean? That's what I can see. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like figure out what happened there. I'm trying to see if she wants to say anything else. But she's just like I tell people, sometimes they show me things and don't say too much, but she's showing me like how much like fun she's had with the people around her. But she's showing me like her and this other lady. Yeah, probably your mom. Yeah, and if that's what she looks like, and like they're in this place, and like it's all white, like the walls are white, and like they're at a table, and they're looks like they're in a kitchen, but I can't really tell because I can't see any appliances or anything. But it's a place like that. It's all like I can see a white wall in the back. The table's like a wooden table, and they're like doing something on the table, but I can only see like waist up. So it's like I can see them, but I don't know really exactly what they're doing. But she's showing me like she's with this other lady, and she's telling me like that's where I am. So she could be like at showing me where she used to live, or you know, yeah, probably making noodles. Yeah, I can't see the noodles, but I can see her on the table like preparing something, but I can't see like on the table. I can just see the edge of the table. I'll see if it's quiet in here today, so I'll see if I can pick up anything else from her about. I'll ask her if she wants to, to discuss anything. See, now she's showing me like a man, and this guy, he's taller than her, and he's got like suspenders, and he's like he walking like kind of like hunched over. He looks older. I don't know if there was an age difference, but he looks a lot older than her. Maybe he was sick or something. I don't know. But he's got like white hair, but it's all over the place. Like I don't know if he had like freckles on the top of his head or around his head or somewhere, or he had spots on his head. Like I can kind of see him at a distance, but he doesn't look too like he looks like he's older, you know, like he was on his last days or something like that. But he doesn't really like he's walking through the door, and she's like, "Oh, this, I have, he's here." That's what she said. He's here, and I'm like, "Okay, who's he?" So that's what the guy looks like. Like he has like a handkerchief in his hand. He's like wiping his hands with going like that. And it's like it looks like he came from outside, like he maybe did stuff outside or worked outside or Looks like he's just coming in from outside. Like it's like a scene, like I'm seeing, you know? Maybe she did all the work inside and he did all the work outside, wherever they lived. Like that's what I'm assuming. But like he looks like he's just come from outside from doing something. Ah, okay. That explains why he's wearing like like rain boots, like the rubber boots. Like he's got like rubber boots. I can see his whole stature, like he's got rubber boots on, like and he's like wiping like his face and he's going like this with his hands, like with a handkerchief or a towel, like it's a white little handkerchief towel or something. It's like he's brushing himself off, like he's just come outside from doing something. Or he's smoking his pipe and picking grapes. Yeah. When I first saw him, like I got like a machine or like a tool around him. So you know how people have those machines like that they use. I don't know if it's a machine, but yeah, it's something that they use like when they pick the grapes and they make wine or something, or they put them through like a machine or something like that. Maybe he had one of those. I'm not sure, but like I saw it in the background as he came in, like through the door. I saw like a little machine there. So I was like, maybe he's a mechanic or something, or he uses a machine. I have no idea. But then he came in past the machine, so I was like, well, maybe he's not using it. I don't know. This was almost like I picked up somebody like this the other day that was doing grapes and stuff, and they had the machine, and just like my uncle, he had the same thing. Like that generation always did those things. My uncle was the same way. He picked grapes. He had a grape field. My uncle, two of my uncle, actually three of my uncles had grapes and used to make their own wine, and my aunties used to make jam out of them and all that stuff. Like that generation was always living off the land, which is cool. I love that. It's Those are the days. I never forget going to Portugal and like seeing my uncles do that stuff, and it's like fuck that. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, because it seems like he was outside, coming in, and he was like wiping like sweat off his face, maybe, or just like from being outside, and he has like these boots on. Like, did you have a brother at all, or do you have a brother when you were younger? Going to their house, did you have a brother, and he was there too? Were you and your brother there? I see a boy there, like, and a girl, like, so it must have been you guys when you were young, or maybe their kids. Maybe it could be your mom, or maybe it was you. Yeah, you and your brother. Yeah. Oh, and your sister. Okay. 'Cause I see like a boy and a girl, and then like the boy has his hair like to the side, like brown hair, and he's taller than the girl. Yeah, they're young. Like I can see young children around them at that time, like I said, it's like a scene that I'm seeing. You know, it's like a part of life that they're showing me. They usually show like sometimes like the good old days. So like one of the, like I can see like a screen door, like one of those doors that swing in and out like a screen door. So maybe they had like a screen door, and I can see like the kids going in and out of the door. I can see like the young girls, like a young girl with long hair and just going back and forth, and they're all in the house. There's a couple people in the house. I can't see them all, but like maybe they had like functions at the house where everybody went there and you guys all got together and did things. So that's why they're showing me that, because they want you to remember those times and they don't forget those things, and that's the best times of their life. Things like that. Like she says, where she's proud of those days and proud of those times, and proud of everybody. Like this is what she's doing. She's at a table like this, right? And she's doing things and she's looking up. She's doing things. She's like multitasking. And I can't hear everything she's saying, but it's almost like she's reenacting and redoing like that whole scene where it's like a movie that I've seen before. It's crazy because like the the grandfather's coming in through the door. Then the kids are there. Then she's there with your mom, and she's talking to me, saying, "Look at this, that, this is this person, whatever, blah blah blah. This is what used to happen." And then she's still multitasking, but I can never see what she's doing on the table. But she's like talking to me and looking at me like this, and still moving her hands like that, like this, and still doing whatever she's doing. And I'm like, "What's this woman doing?" But like you said, she's probably doing the noodles and stuff. So, but I can't see it. Like I can see just upwards. Yeah, because she's talking and doing something with her hands, but I can't see. I can just see her talking to me and see her like looking at things. But it's cool though. It looks like a really peaceful place, like a peaceful people. Like I don't feel nothing like bad at all. Like it's actually clear, calm, beautiful energy with them. Nothing bad at all. I don't see, hear, feel not an ounce of negativity. Like that's really nice to know and to see and to feel. Like I can just see what's going on and there's nothing bad. Like no negative shit at all. Like it's just constant like it's filming. Like I'm watching a film. So like she's pretty much showing me like that's what the best days of her life is what she said. Those are the best times of her life. And rightfully so. A grandmother, seeing her grandkids, that's like watching your next generation of your family coming through. So obviously she wants you to know that those are some best times of her life. So that's the message to me for you. Good night, Ninja. Take care. So yeah, it is good to know. I'm glad that she's okay, and she's like pretty much saying like, that's she just repeated it again, saying those are some of the best times of her life. So obviously it was, if she keeps showing me the same thing and like showing me, that's what I tell people. I just finished saying that earlier about how spirit shows me at their homes and showing me like what they love the most about life. Like that's the best thing when they show you those things. because that's what they remember. They remember the good times. There's nothing negative, at least not with her. Nothing negative at all. It's nice for a change. I don't believe I've ever seen this woman for you, Val. I know some spirits came through before. I'm not sure if I did because I don't really like remember it. I know I've done mediumship with you in the past, here and there, like on here or whatever, or sometimes when I was doing it back then. But I can't remember this lady. I don't believe I saw her before. I don't know, or maybe I did, and that's why she came through again. I have. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe it was your husband came through then. Ah, okay. Right. So your husband's right. Your husband's Oh, so that's what she said to me earlier. Because in the very beginning, when I was shuffling, like she said something about that you lost the love of your life. Yes, yeah, right. So I'm like, I was wondering if it was her or you. So I can't remember. That was a long time ago. Right? I've done so many things like that. Yeah. Right. Now I'm starting to remember. Yeah. Yeah. Your husband came through. Yeah. Right. Uh, I thought she was talking about herself. I'm like, what is this woman talking about? You lost the love of your life and you lost the person and you're not there or whatever. So I'm like, huh? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. She says he's with you all the time. See, I don't know if they liked each other or they're cool with each other or whatever. I'm not sure what's up with them, but like she's almost like saying, I don't need to be around her. Her husband's with her. So he might be like, look, Granny, I'm got it. I'm with Val. No need to help. We're good. You're good. Because he didn't show up. Okay, well that's cool then. But like I said, I don't get anything negative, but I just check. I was just checking to see if they were cool or not because she mentioned something in the beginning, but I thought it was her. Like she was saying, "Oh, she lost somebody," but um, so she was referring to you. Okay, now it makes sense. That makes sense. She's just pretty much confirming the good times, and that she hasn't forgot you. So see, when like because your husband's around you in a dominant force, like he probably doesn't like nobody really else needs to come around because he's taking care of you. You know what I mean? So like grandmas and all that don't need to come around. So he's probably like, you know what? I'm got it. I got by. Everything's cool. So that's the type of vibe that I'm getting. Like that's why she doesn't really have much to say about you personally or a message. Like she just says that she misses everybody, like misses being with everybody, and those were the days when you were young and things like that, and those times and making noodles and with your mom and her husband, and the wine, the grapes, things like that. So that's cool. So yeah, that's probably why she came through, is it to say, don't think I forgot you. Because in the very beginning, I was getting like a lover, a past, like your lover or your husband or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, your lover's with you, so you're fine." I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, "All right, I'll see what this woman wants." But now it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. I forgot Val. I don't know. I just can't remember everything. But But yeah, that makes sense now. I'm glad that makes sense to me now. Why I was hearing that and why things happen. I always have to analyze the whole thing, figure it out. But she's a good person, though. She's a hard worker. Yeah, but that makes sense. So that's why she came through. She said she misses her home and still goes there, even though she doesn't live there. Obviously. You know. But she said she still goes around her home. So if anybody's living in her house now, she still goes there, like to visit in her spirit form. Yeah. She said I still go home. I'm still going to my home, she said. I think someone else, like other people, are living there. I don't know if they sold the house or whatever, or I know you guys sold it. Ah, yeah, because that's what she said. Like I still go there, but I know the people there I don't live like are not my family or something like that, or not. Maybe they obviously they don't take care of it. So if it's not family, she's probably pissed. Well, she could be pissed if it is family not taking care of it too. So I don't know. Yeah, that's why then it's not family. That's what I'm getting. I like it. She's saying certain things, but I can't really like make it out. It's very faint. Like she says things, but like it's almost like she doesn't want to like. It's almost like she don't want to like start new shit or like talk about negative things. I get that about her. I don't know if she was like that in real life, but it almost seems like she don't want to talk about negative things. Period. Like she wants to stay positive with me, talking to me about positive things, even though that's a negative situation. She still like comes across as like fuck it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's no negativity I get. Like even though that's a negative situation where they're not taking care of our house and it's not family, she's not too happy about it. But she's not like talking shit about the people. Like she doesn't. She refuses to like be negative, if that makes sense. Because usually they'll say, "Yo, I'm not fucking happy with these people. They destroy my damn house." But she's not like that. She's just like, I still go to my home, but it's annoying to know that these people fuck my house up. Like I get that vibe, but she doesn't say that. Like she's not like me where she's gonna say fuck and shit. And, you know, damn people fuck my house up. Like I don't get that from her. Like it doesn't like she doesn't sound like that. She would do that. Oh, she could see it, in spirit. Yeah, she don't. I don't get swearing or bad language around her. Like it's like she reminds me of my parents, like where they don't swear and they're upset, but they don't show it. Like yeah, they're upset, but they're not showing it. Like they don't really want to give it their energy because they know they can't do nothing about it. It's over and done with now. But like she probably would love for somebody from the family to take it and deal with it. Like that's the impression I get from her. But maybe nobody could have, or maybe it just didn't happen. But I don't get like an upset feeling. I just get like, it is what it is. I'm moving on. I'm still going around my damn house, whether you like it or not. So I feel like she hangs around the house here from time to time. And maybe that's why she wanted to show those memories of the house and when she was there, because those are the best times, not now. Because usually when spirit would say, "Look, I'm so glad the person took care of my house or took care of this," or things like that. Age of Aquarius. I think you donated, sweetheart. I think it's you. If it was, you can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready, sweetheart. Yeah, that's exactly what it seems like as she came across to tell me all those things. That was very nice for her to show me all that stuff. But I don't get no negative energy, even knowing that their house is all messed up. Like she don't really bash anybody, or she seems like she's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going there. Like, it's all good. Life is life, but which is good, because some people were like haunt those people. I don't feel she's like that. Like, I don't get that from her. I got good energy from her from the time I talked to her till now. Like there's nothing bad. I don't think that I can get anything bad on this woman, but I'm not trying to, but I don't get anything bad from her. She's very humble and nice, and she just like, wants to focus on the good parts, which is great. And that's a good trait to have. I'm trying, but I can't, man. It's like I can I wouldn't say I can't, but it's almost like I want to be positive all the time, but people just make me want to like, "Arr." People annoy the living shit out of me, so I can't just be humble all the time and positive all the time. People want me to like people make me negative sometimes and make me want to fucking piss me off. I'm gonna fucking tell you about it, damn it. And I tell myself, Mark, don't do it. Don't say nothing. It's nothing to do with you. Don't do it, Mark. Don't do it. And I just explode and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, you had to hear it. So yeah, I think a lot of us are like that. It's very hard to stay humble like that. Yeah, so that's definitely her. If she never is the type of person to say bad, I didn't hear one bad thing from her yet, and I'll be waiting here all night to hear something bad, and she probably still won't say nothing. And that's why I'm not getting anything bad, because that's who she is, which is great. Oh, that definitely is for me. That's for sure, Val. I can't keep my mouth shut no more. Some people need to hear shit. And one thing about me, like I always make sure whoever I'm telling off, like I let them know why and why it's that, why I'm doing it, and why you're hearing me. Because this shouldn't be happening, or better, like So it's just like when I correct my nephews, I tell them, look, I wiped your fucking asses. I gave you guys milk. I bought you more shit than your own father and your own father's family. I'm done more for you than anybody. So remember, don't ever disrespect me. Because if you do, it won't be a problem. I'll just not speak to you no more. There's no problem, no skin off my back. I'm bred that way. I don't talk to a lot of people because they disrespected me for all the shit I'm done for them. So don't do the same, or else you're gonna lose the best uncle of your life. You understand? And they're like, then the next day, they come give me a hug. I'm sorry, Uncle Mar, I didn't mean to do that. I was mad. But I said, yeah. I said, don't act like Judas around me. And they started laughing. I know they're young, but they gotta learn. When I was young, my parents scolded me and told me, "The fuck you talking to?" No, they didn't say fuck, but like who the hell you talking to? You see this wooden spoon? You want to wear it? Or you want me to take off my shoe and throw it at your ass? Boy, you ain't going nowhere tonight. You can be in your damn room all day. You ain't going nowhere. You leave this house, don't come the hell back. You were scared of I was scared of my parents. These kids today, they ain't scared of their parents. Yeah. I'd make them scared of me. All my nephews are scared of me. I told them, I'll beat the shit out of you. You go ahead and try. I know who the hell you guys are talking to, but it ain't me. It ain't me. But it's hard though, Val. It's hard to deal with them because I don't have kids, but having 6 nephews is bad enough. But they got away with too much, but they don't value life. The problem with the generation today and the generation for the past 20 years is they don't value life. They don't even know what life is. They don't know what it is to work hard or to wash clothes and cook food and pay bills. And then when they do, they're like, what do you mean? I don't want to do that. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, get used to it because that's the life you're gonna have to deal with. Yeah. Damn right, me. You go ahead. I dare you. And my parents always get mad at me. Those are not your children. Don't tell them what to do. I said, don't tell them what to do. Yeah, I told my parents I'm different. I'm around these guys. I'm took care of them, especially the two next door and the two youngest. I've been there. I've been with them from the day they were born. And I told them the other day. I had a big conversation with them. I said, I don't know who the fuck you guys think you're talking to, but I'm not your little PlayStation friends, and I'm not your friends from school. I raised you. I wiped your ass. I fed you. I'm paid for you, and I'm still doing shit for you today. And without me, you're fucked. You understand? So you better talk to me in a better way, or else I'm gonna take a piece of 2x4 and beat the shit out of you. You understand? They look at me and they don't say one word. They'll just go suck their teeth or just leave. Then the next day they'll act all nice because they got fucked up. Like who the hell you think you're talking to, boy? You out of your mind? You're 14 and 16 years old. I'm old enough to be your goddamn grandfather, let alone your father. And they know I'm game. They know I'm crazy. They know, like, don't piss me off. I'm a nice guy. But I will beat your ass if you act up. Yoda, what are you laughing at? Don't say it. I'm not gonna put them on the palm tree yet. But I told them I will put them on that palm tree and tie their ass up there and tie their mouth with duct tape and beat the shit out of them. When they were younger, they feared me. They didn't even want to be around me sometimes. They would tell their mom, Uncle Mark said that he's gonna call the Grinch. They used to hate the Grinch. They used to be scared of the Grinch all the time. And one day I had a green sock and I came around the corner and I had the sock and I put my hand in the door. And they were like, oh no, it's the Grinch. And then I'll call them and I'll say, hey, guess what? The Grinch came over my house. He said he's gonna take you guys toys. He's gonna take all your shit. No, Uncle Mark, please beat up the Grinch. Don't let him take my shit. Please. And I'm like, yeah. Well, if you keep acting up, I'm gonna call the Grinch back. And they'll be like, no, TT, no, no, Mark, no, no, Uncle Mark. In Portuguese, uncle is TT, right? No, TT, no, please. You should have saw them. They used to shit themselves. Like, yeah, I'm calling the Grinch. Me and the Grinch are cool. They used to hate that fucker. When I tell them the stories now, they're like, I can't believe you did that to us. That's mean. I'm like, well, you guys are rude. That's the only way I'm going to get you to be nice. That's what happens when you're born with a dickhead dad. So we had to take over. It's his dumb ass. He didn't care. Oh, I had the Grinch in my back pocket. You're damn right. I put on that green sock and I started making the voice. I'm good at voices and shit. They didn't know no difference. But now they know it. They're like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, hey, well, I had to do something. You guys were out of control. But they're good kids. I love them all. They're good, smart kids. All right, Age of Aquarius. You said my aunt's son, who had said he was coming permanently at Christmas to live with us, is now committed to sing January 14th. You did say mid-January when I asked you, is he finally coming this time as promised? He has promised several times before, but said he's finally doing it this time. But I don't know if he's going to flip flop again. Oh, this is the same guy I saw coming for sure. Okay, yeah. All right, let's check to see what the energy is now. All right. Yeah, he will. I got all yes cards. Oh yes, and yes and yes. Look like he's really gonna put in the effort to come there. And he wants to maintain peace. Like he wants to like do stuff while he's there. He wants to work. He wants to be dependable, compatible. Um, he wants to be a reliable and mature person. He wants to be persistent and patient. He wants to be able to help you, help them, help you guys at the house when he's there. He just doesn't want to be a leech or be someone that's just sitting, standing there doing nothing. He wants to be a part of, the day to day situations. He's not going to just live there just to live there, even though you guys might come across as that in the beginning, but in at the end of the day, he wants to be peaceful. He wants to like make the right decision. He knows by coming there, he's going to escape from his problems, and he doesn't want to be a problem, you know? And I feel like he's really going to put in major effort now to make this happen. So I would say, honestly, of Age of Aquarius, I got all good things here. Just like I did last time, I do see him coming. I do see him coming through for sure. So I would say yes. He's definitely going to come there with you guys and be with you guys. I think he wants to be organized. I think he wants to be stable. And I got all good things. I don't have nothing bad at all, to be honest. Um, he doesn't want to be like the same person that he was all his life or for the past year or two. He doesn't want to be that guy that everybody looks at and says, this guy's an idiot or whatever, or you're an underachiever, or you're not doing the right thing. You should be with us. And you don't want to be doubtful or things like that. So um, I would say yes. Your aunt's son is coming, like he says he is. It's definitely going to be this month. So I asked in January, is he gonna come for sure this month? And it says yes. And he wants to maintain peace with all of you. He wants to be like happy, and he's gonna try and stay balanced, and he's gonna like he this to him is like calling a truce and saying, hey, look, you know, I'm gonna be the person that I need to be by being with you guys. I'm gonna show my abilities, my gratitude. And I think he's gonna try and say, hey, what do I have to do? What's my role in this house now that I live here? I don't know if he's like that, but I feel like he will be eventually. He'll be like, he doesn't want a free ride. He knows that he's being given a chance, so he's going to prove his chance. That's the type of vibe I get from him. I think he's going to be very mature and responsible. So I got good things here, Age of Aquarius. So I do see him definitely, um, you know, coming this month and settling in. At first, I think he's going to be like, overcoming some adversity and trouble. And he's going to feel like, I don't want to be a bad influence here. I don't know if I don't want to rush to make this decision. I've thought about it enough. And I just want to be balanced and peaceful. And I'm going to help around the house and do what I have to do. Like, he wants to do his part. He really does. I don't know if he's going to do it right away, but I feel like he will eventually like settle in. Obviously, when you first come somewhere, you just feel it all out and see how it all pans out. So yeah, it looks good. I still see him coming there. I think he's definitely going to keep his promise. Whether or not he comes on the 14th, it's possible, but it definitely will be this month. 14th next week, right? No, Sunday. Actually, the 14th is on Sunday. So yeah, it looks like he will be there and he will be coming this month. Sure. Looks good. How are you, Hermana? All's good? Yeah. I feel like he's a man of his word because I get that in the cards that, he's he knows what's happening. He doesn't want to be that person and perceived as a person that he's not. And I feel like he's gonna help. When he's there. Oh, right, you just got out of karate class. Cool. Chop chop. Yeah, I'm doing good. I had a good day today. Got good news about my uncle. He's still in the hospital, but he's doing better. Um, he fell and messed up his leg and had to get operated on. But he's walking a little bit now, but not fully. But he is better. So he's eating hospital food too, which is a miracle. He's 86. So a man that used to be an amazing carpenter and a workaholic is now 86 and suffering. It's fucked up how life is when you get older. But he's lived a good life though. He was retired for a long time. But yeah, he's all right though. He's all right. Yeah. It's just sad because him and my auntie never had kids. And I feel sorry for my aunties. I have three aunties and uncles that never had kids, and just my mom and her other sister had kids. My mom's sister had 5 children, 1 girl and 4 boys, and my mom had 2 girls, 2 boys, and all her other siblings, or all her other 3 siblings, never had kids. So it's when you start to get when you start to die and you don't have children that help you, it's a pain in the ass. You got to inconvenience other people, neighbors, friends, other parts of the family. Like his nephew came to visit him, and he said to the lady, "I don't know who this guy is," and he's like, "It's me, uncle. It's me. I'm your nephew." And he's like, "I don't know who you are," and he was like, kind of the nephew was kind of like, "Oh well, he's got dementia, so what can I do?" He did that to my sister. My sister visited him like 2 months ago with her husband, and he was like, "I don't know who this woman is, and I don't know who this man is." And he knows my sister and brother-in-law, but my sister said that he didn't even know who she was. So it's a dementia shit. Yeah. So she was kind of upset because that's our godfather and godmother from her birth, right? And she knows them a lot because she went there. And when my oldest sister had triplets, she stayed in his house, um, because she had to go see like a special doctor because she had triplets, and she ended up losing the triplets on her. Like when she came back to Bermuda after her checkup, um, she was 5 months pregnant, and she ended up losing the triplets. So, but he doesn't even remember. It's sad, but it's all good. It's life. So technically, I have 6 nephews and 3 nieces, but my nieces are in spirit. Yeah, Age of Aquarius, I think you're lagging a bit because you're responding to everything after, but that's okay. He had a negative and toxic people around him, but he knows that he's happy here. He wants a different life and knows he got it here. Yeah, cool. No problem, Age of Aquarius. All good. I'm glad. It definitely seems like he wants, to help while he's there too. So you'll see a different side of him, which is great. Yeah, Herman, it's sad, but I like us, we don't have kids. A lot of people in here don't have kids, and sometimes it'd be nice to have a child, to take care of you when you're older. Like how I take care of my parents and do things for them, and my other siblings don't, except for me and my sister. My brother said on Christmas when we were talking, he says, "If I was rich, I would send mom a maid to go clean her house and cook food for her so she don't have to do anything. And I looked at him and I said, "You don't have to be rich to help your parents. You know that, right? You can do things for them. You don't have to be rich to send them a maid. Mom can clean her own fucking house, you moron. Like, are you listening to yourself? Is that an excuse because you don't have money? You don't have to have money. You can do things for your parents. Like me, I'll just say, I'll give you an example. I go cut the grass, I go cut the hedges. Hint, hint, you can do that too, moron." So when he said that, I wanted to strangle him on Christmas Day. I wanted to throw the turkey at him and be like, "Are you listening to yourself, you moron? How old are you by now?" You know? That's all my parents want is like everybody pitch in and help, like, fuck is your problem, man? I swear I have some of the stupidest family members in the world. Yeah. I have a friend I visit. She has dementia. I gave her some tamales. She says, "Who made these?" Everyone said Oda. She said they're delicious. 5 minutes later she asks again, "Who?" Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's dementia. It's sad. My auntie died from dementia and she like didn't know who anybody was. But when my mom called her, she would say, "Hey, this is your sister," and she'd be like, "Oh yes, okay, how are you doing? Oh, I'm not doing too good. I'm here. This nurse is taking care of me. I'm in the home." And she ended up dying in the hospice, and she wanted to die in her own home, but unfortunately, she didn't. She's the one who left us her inheritance. She came to Bermuda for my sister's wedding, the one that's getting a divorce. And she was here like 25 years ago. And I never forget it. She bumped her head, and her head was bleeding, and I helped her out and made sure she was okay. And we were all worried about it. But she's like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." So like she bumped her head on the door frame and like split her head a bit, but she was fine. She didn't go to no hospital or nothing like that. She's hardcore. But when she had dementia and like a year before she died, I did psychic work for her. Like I told her what to do, like with the salt water and the bowl, and I tell people use that stuff like soap to get spirit out because she says that she felt negative spirits in there. And I'm like, "Look, you have some in there, but your husband, my uncle's, he's taking care of everything. He's trying to get him out of there, but I'll tell you some remedies to do," and she did them. So like I helped her with psychic stuff and made sure she was okay. And I had to like figure out who was the spirits around her house and shit like that. And so I got rid of all of them for her and helped her out. And then right after that, she got admitted to the hospice because she got started to get sick. And then like somebody tried to rob the house because they knew that she was there by herself, so she didn't want to be there, and she started to panic. It was she went through some bad shit in the end. It's fucked up. Yeah, absolutely, Age of Aquarius. I was gonna say, there's some people that I know that the parents are had kids and they don't even give a shit about them. Like my I have a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law. They're not my brother-in-law and sister-in-law now, but they're divorced from my sister and brother. They don't care about their kids. They don't give a fuck about them. They don't care about the kids. It's a shame. But you know why they don't care? Because we're the ones that take care of them, and we're the ones that deal with them. So they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go live my life. Fuck these kids. They can wipe their own ass. Goodbye." And that's exactly what my sister-in-law did to my brother. I'm not even gonna call her my sister-in-law. That's what my brother's ex-wife did to him. She cheated on him and left his kids at 12 and 13. They're a year apart. So when they were 12 and 13, they're like, "Yeah, they can wipe their own ass and do whatever they can. They can make a sandwich. I'm going. I'm gonna go horn. I'm gonna go get other dick and goodbye. And I'm gonna cheat on my husband and fuck him and my kids and go to hell." And then 5 years later, she wants to take him to KFC and have dinner with him in her new car because, she can do what she wants now. And she just decided, my life is better. So I'm going to go look at my kids 5 years later. And then because she realized that she made a mistake because those boys were like, "Fuck you." they went to dinner with her, but they after that they were like, yeah, fuck this. They pretty much like told her, look, we don't want to see you no more. You ain't changed. Look at you. You're fucking complaining. You're talking. You're interrogating us. Fucking, you're a weirdo. So she was like, oh, well, I guess I'll see you some other time. I'm like, what a great mom. And then she felt so guilty that she gave them both $300 cash for Christmas and said, go get whatever you want. But you couldn't give child support for the past 5 years, but you're going to give them $300 for Christmas each and say, go get whatever you want. What type of fucking mother does that? So you think by giving them $300 after 5 years is sufficient enough? And you're just going to give them money, go get whatever you want because I don't have time to deal with you 5 years later? You would think you as a fucking school teacher or a principal or an accountant where you have a good job and you ain't got no time. But you have time to go fuck some other dude and ruin your marriage and say fuck your kids, right? And you got money for a new car, but you don't have money to support your kids. Woman, go fuck yourself. You got a place right in hell like everybody else. Yeah, I'm glad I was there. I'm always there for my family, even though some of them are fucking pain in the ass. But I try to help everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Val, you said you have a friend that's 90 and she has dementia, and she must have asked me the same question 50 times. Yeah. When I first realized what dementia was, because I was young, back in 2000, I went to Portugal to visit my family, my aunts and uncles, my cousins. So that was 24 years ago. I went to Portugal, and one of my aunties were sick. She had dementia, and she would ask me the same question over and over. Like, she knew who I was. When she saw me, she goes, "Oh, Mark." She grabbed my face and she'll give me the double kiss, the European thing, Portuguese thing, right? I'm like, "How are you, auntie? Everything's okay." She's like, "Oh, yeah, it's fine." And then we were sitting on the couch together and she was talking to me. And she says, "Oh, are you married?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You got kids?" "No." She says, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "I'm 20, whatever I was at the time." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, don't get married. Don't have kids. It's a pain in the ass. Look at me. My husband don't care about me. My kids don't care about me. They don't give a shit." Well, I'm like, "Okay, all right, cool. I'll remember that." You know. And then she'd be like, "Who I know you're my nephew, but who's your mom again? Which sister is it?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck." And I'm like, "Oh boy." I'm like, you're whatever, blah blah blah. So my mom's name. She says, "Oh yeah, I know her, yeah." And I'm like, "Oh fuck. What the hell's wrong with this woman? Like, she's crazy or something?" Then that day, that's when I first heard, that dementia stuff. It's so it's like, okay, now I know what dementia is. Like, now I know what it means. Because back then, you just say it's memory loss or old age or whatever. But now it's like it's called dementia. So yeah, that's what happened. Like, she would repeat the same thing, say the same shit all the time. She was like probably 60 something. She had a hard life because her husband used to beat her sometimes, and she had her kids were a pain in the ass too. My cousins were idiots, still are idiots. Yeah, she asked me things. The next day when I came there, she'd be like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm your nephew. It's me, Mark." And I'm like, "Is this woman fucking with me or something?" Like, 'cause I was, in my 20s, and I really didn't, like I refuse to believe that's possible that you don't know me. How could you not know this face? You just hugged and kissed me yesterday and told me, "Mark," and I know who you are. And then the next day you're like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "What the fuck you mean, who are me? It's me, Mark. Look at this fucking handsome face. I was 20 something. I looked even better. Come on now. I'm your nephew, your most handsome nephew you have, woman." So my mom's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe my sister." My mom gets dramatic, right? And I'm like, Mom, it's okay. Before I left, she said my name and she was cool, like whatever. I felt bad for her because her husband's an asshole. He's still alive. My uncle, he's a dickhead. I can't stand him. I fucked him off back then too. He lied to me, and I was like, "You fucking lied to me." I was like, "Look, you're not in my company. You're married to my aunt. You know, yeah, you're my uncle, but fuck you." So me and him didn't really set. I don't like people who lie to my face. Fuck that. He went red in his face. I was gonna beat his ass. I told my mom, I said, "Look, my auntie died, and that bastard's still alive and still an asshole." I think he's like 82 or 83 now. That fucker. He's filthy rich off of all my family's land. Yeah, see? Yeah. And my auntie, she was like a seamstress. She was one of the best in like her country and her like, you know, her neighborhood and her area. Um, like she was one of the best. Everybody knew she was. She made me clothes and stuff like that. And when I got there, she made me some shorts and all that stuff and put emblems on my jackets and shit like that. She loved me. I love that too. I love them. I love her in spirit. I always talk to them and all that and thank them for helping me. I know she helps me. And I know like she loves me. My aunties all love me and stuff. I ain't got no beef with none of my aunts. It's just my some of my uncles are idiots. But I can't help that. My dad's brother and his wife are two morons. I don't speak to them at all. I'll say hi, but that's about it. Like they're negative and they're weird and they think their shit don't stink. And because their daughters like are my cousins are like, you know, educated and went to school and all that. I'm like, so did my sister. My sister's a school teacher. I own my own business. My sister's a manager at a and had her own business. My brother's the only moron like you idiots, so it's all cool. Whatever. Like don't judge me. But they think they're better than everybody else. And that's why I don't associate with them. I'm like, you ain't my family. You think you're better than me, you're not my family. I don't act like that around you. So family is so difficult to deal with because you're like the same blood of the family, your cousins, uncles, aunts. It don't mean they're gonna get along. It don't mean that those people are meant to be in your life. Like you just got that title. You're my uncle, you're my aunt, or whatever, but it don't mean that, you know, I'm gonna report to you or I'm gonna see you or deal with you. The hell with you. I know everybody in this room right now has family issues or they don't speak to somebody in their family or they hate somebody in their family or they're glad somebody's gone because they're idiots. You know, it's life. My grandmother on my dad's mom, I liked her when I was young. But as we got older, she started to like criticize us a lot. She didn't have dementia. She died from shingles because she was like 94 when she passed away. And she was in in her son's apartment, which is my uncle's apartment, in her last dying days. She stayed at my mom and dad's house for 7 months and then stayed at the apartment, um, her son's apartment, my uncle's apartment, for like a couple more months. And they had like a woman taking care of her for a couple hours to make sure she was okay. She ended up getting shingles and so bad that she passed away in the hospital at 94. But her last, like from 84 to like 94, she was like a royal biatch. She like would talk shit about my sisters. Like they would have a child and they were like, and then when they had another child, they were like, oh my God, you're pregnant again? Oh, look, you got acne on your face. She'll say like this. She'll point out your flaws and you're like, woman, what you looked in the mirror lately? Like, what the fuck is your problem? So we used to like not like her after when she was older. She acted like a bitch when she was older. When she was younger, we were younger. She did shit for us. Like she was always cool with us. We would visit her every weekend and we'd have so much fun and things like that. She would make cookies for us and bake for us and things like that. Always give us something. She would give us money for Christmas and for birthdays. She'd always be loving and affection. But when she got older, she got senile and stupid and started to offend us. So we started to dislike her when she was old, when before she died. And I was like, I did all this shit for you. I stayed with you. But she lived with her sister-in-law, which is my auntie, because they married brothers, right? And they were like the sister-in-laws, and they ended up being widows. And my auntie and her, she lived at my auntie's house with her. And like when my auntie would go away on trips with her like sons and stuff and daughters, like she would be home by herself with the dog. So she would say, "Oh, Mark, would you come spend the night here? Because I don't want to be alone." And here we go. Here's Mark. Got to go spend the night at grandma's, making sure grandma's okay and nobody robs her, because I was the only one that will fight off a robber, and she feels safe with me around because I was always like that hardcore type of guy when I was younger. And, she felt safe with me around. And plus, I love the dog. The dog was always like, he always slept in my room, right, in the guest room. So then, in the end, I felt disrespected when she started talking shit about us and started acting crazy and just saying dumb shit that didn't make no sense. And she started to like try and demand us and control us. And I'm like, woman, you better calm your ass down. So I had a few choice words for her before she passed away. She was a pain in my ass. I was like, "What the fuck you talking to, woman?" So yeah, family's a pain in the ass, and very much can be. Yeah, I mean, dementia can be like that, but you know what? Like I always say, sometimes people claim they got diseases and they're really doing it to get attention, or some of it is legit. I agree. But some people like they lie and say they got shit and they don't. So like when I see people like that sometimes I'm like, are they really doing this on purpose, or they're being, sneaky, or they just want to get something from nothing? Do they want attention? Yeah, me too. So like just like people say, oh, I'm my mental health. Man, you ain't got no mental health. It's your problem. You're evil, and you want to do dumb shit. You want to be fucking mental. You don't have to be that way. You choose to be that way. That's why I don't really believe in all that stuff. I believe a person knows what they're doing. They're just rude and they're just, sneaky. They want to be that way. And then there are other ways to other people. And I've seen that shit happen. Like, I've seen people be all friendly with one person and another person. They're like, oh, my arm hurts. I had to go. That's my old brother-in-law. He used to do that shit all the time. He'll be cool with this person, and another person will say, "Oh yeah, I broke my arm 10 years ago," and he'll go to another person and be like, "Oh yeah, I got a screw in my neck. Oh, I had that. Oh yeah, you had that. Oh, I had that too 20 years ago." Like he'll lie like a motherfucker, and just like people say, "Yeah, that guy's mental." He ain't mental. He knows exactly what he's doing, because when he was around us, he was fun. But around other people who act like he's suffering and play the victim card. But people are getting exposed now, so and I always expose the truth. I'll take the consequences. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Family, friends. I always say that many a times. You know? Are you okay over there? Hmm? You all right over there? You okay? Get yourself comfortable. It's okay. Make all the noise you want. Damn dog. All I hear is all that moving all over the day. I never seen a dog that grunts and makes so much damn noise in my life. Like her vocal cords are like, manly. She's a woman dog. She shouldn't be like that. Can you please be more woman like? Okay. Yeah, she's my baby. I love her. You guys can't see her. She's behind me. She's all like this in her bed because it's kind of cool here tonight, right? So she's like this. She's got her hands underneath her body, and she's like this. She's hilarious. She's all like looking at me as if to say, "Aren't you going to sleep? Come on now, turn the damn lights off." I'm gonna head out of here anyway. It's like 1:15 in the morning, so I need to get my ass to bed. Tomorrow's another day. I'm so glad I don't hear no wind and rain. It's a miracle. Thank God. Like, Jesus, man. It's been like windy all day yesterday and all day today. Like the winds finally calmed down. It's like, what the hell? All right, Val, good night. Thanks for coming by yesterday and today. And I wish you all the best for this new year. I got positive things for you today and for everyone lately. So I'm so glad the positivity is different. I mean, it's good now, and the negativity is fading away. I think this year we're all gonna experience good times. I really wish that for everybody. I hope that for everybody, and we can make that happen. By just staying positive and faithful and believing in God and believing in ourselves. So if I can do it, we can do it. So we're all gonna do it together. Okay, let's promise to ourselves we're gonna have a great year, and we're gonna let the negative slide off and go somewhere else. So stay positive, stay focused on what you have to do, and everything will be fine. Alrighty? So I will see everybody tomorrow. I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. Same time, same place. I should be here. So yeah. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day tomorrow. Mwah. Thanks.